When you're thinking about expanding into other conferences, okay, start thinking international. I didn't do this for a couple of years, but by attending one of our state functions of the global committee there, I was introduced, okay, to the idea of going to MIPIM in Cannes, France, which is the largest commercial investment conference in Europe.
MIPIM was a result of the Illinois Realtors participating in a governor's trade mission in the past, and it was in Asia. And then MIPIM Europe was a result of our participation and involvement with the National Association of Realtors in their global program.
By doing that, okay, and committing to going there the second year, I was able to see a whole different perspective of the world. Now, previous to that, I had attended ICSC in Las Vegas, so I had a concept of what this conference might be like. However, I was very surprised when I got there that there was a huge difference between it. Even though the conference, okay, in ICSC in Las Vegas has 47,000 people, there's a tremendous number of brokers there, and they're all from the United States primarily. When I'm going to MIPIM in France, what I discovered was there were very few brokers, and the investors, okay, were very open to talking to brokers such as myself, okay, in the area of investments and what was going on. Now, I have to admit, the first year I was pretty much like a deer in headlights, okay? I didn't really take advantage of the entire process. What I learned from that first year was that I was definitely going to go back the second year.
Economic development investment from the MIPIM experience is a time-sensitive, but it's a development of a relationship. There's no instantaneous gratification as far as products and sales and investments. It is a relationship that evolves, and they have evolved, and our members have and do continue to have relationships and investment opportunities with the participants of MIPIM. And those participants in MIPIM are countries, they're cities. It's a massive endeavor. There's 20-something thousand people in one pavilion.
And by going back the second year, I was going to be much more prepared. I filled out my entire online resume ahead of time. I set up appointments ahead of time. I attended, okay, and set my schedule up, okay, ahead of time of what kind of events or commercial conference, educational events that I was going to attend. Because I found that if I attend an event that I'm passionate about or interested in, the people that are attending that event have the same interest and the same passion. Therefore, I'm distilling the people I want to meet into a smaller group. So I'd always get there early, get up right up front so I could also interject or interact with the speakers, or if I wanted to talk to a speaker, at least I could get there. And I was able to interact with people in the group. Here is where I made some of my best relationships, okay, and also found some of my best clients. As we will see in the case study later in this presentation, the second year I met the most productive, profitable client from Germany, which we brought back to the United States and are currently working with. And that was in my second year. This year was my third year, and doing and following up, okay, the 5 or 4 real intense days, I brought back at least 5 what I call A possibilities for investors looking to bring money back into the United States. So looking at this formula, okay, can work almost for any convention or any place you go to, okay, and that's being prepared, setting your schedule, okay, and of course then following up.
I recommend for realtors looking to expand their global knowledge base and presence to also look at other organizations such as FIAPSI, which is a Paris-based organization that brings real estate and other professional experts from throughout the world together. FIAPSI is an organization that is very strong on a global level and very active as well. This past year, I attended the MIPIM conference in Cannes, France, and was able to meet a lot of members of the FIAPSI family the day before MIPIM started at an amazing event that FIAPSI had put together. When at a FIAPSI event, you are rubbing elbows with people from throughout the world. It is not unusual within 15 minutes to talk to people from 5 different corners of the globe.
You know, along those lines, ICSC is another one. It's the International Council of Shopping Centers. They have a global real estate convention in Vegas every May. Now, this is typically considered mostly retail, but it has evolved very much like MIPIM has in Europe to be a catch-all for commercial real estate. The emphasis is on retail, but you'll find developers, investors, mayors of different municipalities throughout the country, foreign investors, industrial, because a lot of times developers that are developing retail might do industrial, might do multifamily. So going to the networking events and ICSC in Vegas is a very successful event where even if you are running into people, which you will run into people you're able to actually take the time and, outside of your everyday business, network with them about opportunities that you might not have seen out there and further those connections.
Another conference that I'm looking at internationally, haven't attended yet, okay, is the Expo Real, which is actually in Germany. It's in the fall. I'm also looking at tying that together with visiting the Oktoberfest because they're a week apart from each other and combining those. But here again, I have the opportunity of being one of a very few number of commercial brokers from the United States, okay, that are attending a conference in Europe where investors are looking to bring their business or invest in the United States. So whether you're going to Europe or whether you're going to go to a capital conference or a NAR convention this year in Boston, okay, follow the same examples and do your preparation, set your appointments ahead of time and complete your follow-up.